Hi, amazing people. Today is World Mother Language Day, or you can say Mother Tongue Day. It's a day celebrated to promote linguistics and multilingualism, as well as to promote our cultural diversity, which is language. So today we have a special guest who is a linguistics, yes, a graduate from the University of Benin, and she is no other person than Happiness Ikome. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right, today it's important that we know what is mother tongue.
Thank you very much. For this day to be set aside, to be celebrated, it really shows that it's a very special day. The word mother tongue actually comes from the fact that the mother is the first language giver of that child. First, you know that right from the womb, the child gets connected to the mother, and the mother is the first person that child gets acquainted with. So that child acquires such a language firstly from the mother.
That means it's very possible if, for example, the mother says multiple languages at that stage of that child, the child will learn all of that.
Yeah, wow, very well, very much. The child will learn because in language, there's what we call LAD. It is known as language acquisition device. It is an innate ability that actually tells us that every human being is born with the ability to learn as many languages he or she is exposed to.
Some people don't know how to speak their language. So what can we really say about that? Because in the society we see it a lot. People just use the second language, which is English language. They communicate with that. They don't use their own language of origin. Okay, so what can we really say about that?
It's a challenge. I see it as a challenge, and the inability of parents of a child to be able to speak their language
of origin.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it should be blamed on the father or the mother, but I guess it's a combined effort. So both of them, the mother and the father, they have a great role to play in achieving this language in the child. There is this concept of people tend to feel shy when they speak their mother tongue. They be like, if I speak my language, it makes me feel local. People think I'm local, I cannot speak English and all that. But people fail to understand that, firstly, the English that we so claim to speak is not ours. Language is not just because we're speaking like this. It's a one of our cultural heritage to show that this is who we are.
Yes.
When you speak your language,
you
identify yourself. This is who I am. You don't speak your language as if you're not who you are. You don't know where you're coming from. Just a blind mind that other people can just take and lead you anyway. You can be misled, like I said, because you don't understand.
Okay, our mother tongue is very important. So before we leave, we want our guest speaker to give advice to parents. Let's say a Benin man getting married to a Hausa lady, for example. You see that as a challenge. What do you think parents would do to ensure that this aspect of our language, no matter where you are from, doesn't fade away? And at least the child, even if the child cannot speak it fluently, the child should have an understanding.
Thank you very much. You can employ an Edo teacher. You can employ a Yoruba teacher. You can actually just take them, just forgoing the cost and all that, so long as that child actually gets, since you know that you are not sound the language, the father doesn't sound the language, so the child will not be just English all the way. So at the end of the day, such child, he has the knowledge of maybe father or the mother, whichever. Then at the end of the day, if he goes to school, he's being taught English. Now we now have trained personnel in language, like Edo, for example. Even the Oba of Benin is trying to encourage people studying the language. So there are different platforms. If you can get it on books. We're trying now to create videos on YouTube, stuff like that, so that people can actually go there.
Yes.
And even do animation in cartoon with those languages. So because children, I know they learn fast when it comes to picture. Learn fast,
and even
songs. So you do stories. Like that, so they get up in there. We have some. You can go to Edo Institute for study. You can get materials there to read. Well, in different schools, primary school, secondary school, recently they've made it compulsory that Edo will be one of the major languages in our life. So these are the different efforts. by the governor of the state and all that, to see
Mm.
that the language actually grows. I'm using Edo language because basically we are in Edo state here, and that is the field where I'm specializing. But in all languages, that Igbo, Yoruba, Apikwale, Gara, and all that.
Hindi, anywhere.
So yeah,
So before we go, I want our guests to just tell us some basic things. So how do you say well done in Edo language? Let's learn some of those basics today. How do you say well done in Edo language?
you see a group of people working, you want to tell them well done. You say Wabewao.
Okay.
If you see maybe it's just single person working, they are not group, you can just say Bewao is
Okay.
specific. Then generally you can say Bewao, that's well
Okay.
done.
All right.
Mm.
So
Or
how
you
do you
say
say?
Obiwina, that's
Okay.
well done when person is working.
Okay. All right. So how do you say thank you?
Uresi. Uresi.
Urwesi.
Uresi.
All right.
So
So
thank you.
for our guest today, we're going to say Urwesi.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on the show. So remember, your language shows your identity.
Mm.
If there is nothing you get from our program today, get this: that your language shows your what? Your identity. All right. Once again, our guest, thank you for coming. Happiness is moment. It was, so in fact, the knowledge was massive. Language is important.
Yeah.
So once again, happy International Mother Language Day.
Bye.
Bye.